I'm excited. Am I supposed to dance a jig? This is CS Ababu Namwamba with Kenyans.co.ke. And this is Top 100 Kenyans. It's absolutely amazing. It's really humbling. Ultimately, it encourages you to continue serving. And for a believer like me, it is the ultimate blessing. I have had a very, very eventful year, so this is absolutely the ultimate blessing. I am serving in a government that has such a clear roadmap. President William Ruto has such a clear vision, such a clear agenda for this country. But for us to do that, we have to be deliberate, we have to be intentional, we have to be structured, we have to be focused. And I know that even the best of sailors, even with the best vessel, even with the best compass, the best map, if you don't apply yourself, you'll not sail to get to your destination. When the president appointed me to this position, at first I said, well, the president is sending me to familiar waters. I was Minister for Youth Affairs and Sports in the Kibaki administration, in the coalition government. But when I landed in the ministry, I was completely shocked by how low we had sunk. And everything seemed to be in disarray, of course. Football was suspended by FIFA. Swimming was suspended. Handball was suspended. Rugby was in disarray, was on a downward trajectory. So that's the kind of scenario that welcomed me here. It was something that would depress anybody. But speaking to especially our sportsmen and women, our athletes, I remember having a candid conversation with some of the legends of our game. And all these conversations made me realize that even with the sorry state we were in, the frontline actors, the sportsmen and women, believed Kenya belongs to the top. That really gave me the confidence that we can do this. But for me, my greatest inspiration has been the president. Because anytime you share an idea with the president, he picks it up, he pumps life into it, he becomes the wind in the sails. And even himself has had a lot of ideas which he shares, which have really helped to improve the environment. And at the end of the day, we were able then to bring everybody together and start the journey. And it has been quite an epic journey. A lie has got a very swift life. So they tell you, a lie will get halfway around the world before the truth even pulls on its pants. So we have to put out the truth out there and let Kenyans know what it is. There are many ways in which this country can benefit from what you can call the sports economy, the sport and creative economy, because they're pretty much joined at the hip, like Siamese twins. The first level of benefiting from our Talanta Hela drive is just performing for your country, performing for your football club, performing in any space where you are. This morning, I was receiving the victorious Kenya 3v3 basketball women team that has just won the African Championship in Cairo, Egypt. A big feat for us for basketball, coming just at the right time after we have inked a deal with the NBA to raise Kenyan basketball to another level. And they have walked away with some very handsome cash rewards. by going to fly the Kenyan flag and performing well. You can be rewarded instantly. We've talked about the 5 million you now win for breaking the world record. When Gor Mahia won the Kenyan Premier League in the season that ended last August, we have just signed a deal between the Football Federation and KBC. Under that deal, every team participating in the Kenya Premier League guaranteed, okay, irreducible minimum. Whether you finish number 1 or you finish number last on the log, 10 million shillings, guaranteed. The position where you finish on the league, we have also allocated money. You win, we add you 5 million. So you're walking away with 15 million. Whichever position you finish between number 2 and number 18, there is also a graduated structure of cash rewards. So we are bringing in that money as part of mobilizing corporate sponsorship for sports. And by the way, that is the sustainable way to go. We have returned corporate sponsorship to rugby. We have returned corporate sponsorship to volleyball, and especially our girl volleyball is doing very well. We have returned corporate sponsorship to rallying, motorsport. So we are attracting corporate sponsorship in all the sporting disciplines. The importance of that, Kenyans need to know, is that then you have a sustainable revenue flow into the pockets of players. Players can sign professional contracts. Players can have certain predictable income monthly, okay? And then the clubs and those spaces where we do our sports can also be assured of some constant flow of revenue. AFCON is big. AFCON is exciting. I can't wait for 2027, God willing, for Kenya to put on a show like the world has never seen. And for me, this is a promise fulfilled. The president made a promise before he took office that he would want Kenya to become a magnet for top international sporting events. AFCON is really the premier sporting extravaganza on the continent. And so to clinch it within 1 year of coming to office for us is a big victory. And I can tell Kenyans that we are in a good space. We are at a very advanced stage to do groundbreaking for the facilities that Kenya will be using for hosting. We are ready to do groundbreaking for Kasarani. Kasarani is our second venue. We should be doing the groundbreaking this month of December. We are at the tail end of preparing to do the commencement of the Talanta Sports City, Jamhuri grounds. That is the main hosting venue, the new stadium, what you're calling the Talanta Sports City. We are at a very advanced stage. Kenyans will ask, but you talked about this thing several months ago. Why hasn't the groundbreaking been done? And because we had a design revision. There's a design we had even made public. But when we shared that design with some of the people that have shown interest to execute the project, some fresh ideas came to the table. And there have been a lot of consultations. But finally, we have now settled on the final design, which will be released soon. Once the contractor is determined, the final design will be put to the public. So on AFCON, we are on track.
The final match.
We are going to agree, just like we agreed in putting together the bid. We won together as East Africa. We will succeed together as East Africa. We will agree, after we have finished the facilities, we are going to do a very objective assessment. And remember, CAF is also part of this as the mother organization that has the final call. We are going to look at elements like live broadcast, VAR capabilities. We look at all those things, security, accessibility. We have the metrics that will determine where do we do the opening ceremony, where do we do the final game. And I can assure the people of Kenya and the people of East Africa, we will agree. Kenyan sports are in revival mode. We have activated revival mode, and our sports is on a trajectory of up, up, up. Harambee Stars is back playing. Harambee Starlets are playing. The Harambee Star Juniors are causing ripples. Malkia Strikers have won the African Volleyball Championship. They are going to the Olympics. The Shujaa, our sevens team, have won the African Championship. They are going to the Olympics. Our basketball 3v3 won the African Championship last Saturday. They are going to the final hurdle for the Olympics in 2024, okay? Our athletes are breaking records left, right, center. Faith Kipyegon, Kevin Kiptum, even youngsters like Agnes Chebet, they are all doing so well. So whichever direction you look, Kenyan sports is on the up. And as we move in that right direction, we are also striking useful deals. We have inked the deal with NBA. We have inked the deal with the Grammys to promote music. We have inked the deal with Invention Studios in LA, Hollywood, to promote film. Next year, Invention Studios will shoot 15 top-level movies in Kenya for the Hollywood ecosystem. Okay, we have inked deals with China, with France, with South Africa, with Angola, with Nigeria, with Cuba, with so many partners, just to make sure that we are mobilizing synergy around that ecosystem of the creative economy and sports. This year, for the first time, we sent Kenyan boxers to Cuba to train in Cuba under a special arrangement between the government of Kenya and the government of Cuba. The WRC Safari Rally is being elevated to another level. And Kenyans will be happy to know that we have negotiated for the rally to go back to the Easter season. Because when the rally came back, it was moved to this strange timing of June. But Kenyans know that the rally was the rally during Easter, when children are out of school and people are in Easter mood and it's a bit wet, okay? The Safari Rally is always a wet rally, okay? That makes it a lot more interesting. So Kenyans, we have returned the rally to its traditional timing of Easter. So everything has come together pretty well. It is a good time to be associated with sports in Kenya. The corporate, and I keep on telling the corporate sector, this is the right time to put your money in sports. This is your right time to pick a team and sponsor. Pick any team. You like the football of Murang'a Seal? Pick Murang'a Seal and put some money in Murang'a Seal. You like Vihiga Queens? Pick Vihiga Queens and put some money in Vihiga Queens. You like Kogalo? You like Ingwe? You like Torebobe, Shabana? Any of the teams that really jazz you, pick it, put in some money. It will give you good brand outlet, great eyeballs, but it also helps you to put money in the pockets of these youngsters and help us with our agenda to use sports as a platform to support livelihoods.